Hi, we are at CII Telecom Convergence Summit in Delhi, and we have with us Mr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar from Aeris. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, can you tell us, Mr. Rishi, a little bit about what Aeris is all about?
See, Aeris is a Silicon Valley technology company. We are a mobile virtual network operator in the United States, and we give connectivity only to machines. Because we give connectivity only to machines, we started working on the machine-to-machine communication, and we created a complete IoT stack. And from connectivity management to device management to application to data aggregation applications, we are now an end-to-end IoT company, and we are providing the managed services IoT services in India and across globe. As on day today, 12.5 million devices are connected on our platform. We get around 2 billion plus messages every day, and we have number of IPs on machine-to-machine communication. In India, we have already started these IoT services, and we partner with the device partners, the connectivity providers, our platform, our solution, or some partner solution, and we work on a managed services mode where we provide the end-to-end services, and we are growing.
Okay, great, wonderful. So, I believe 5G seems to be the buzzword, globally. And you guys are a right, mission to, ensure that this vision of, connecting through machine to machines and, everything gets connected, but, through devices. So what's your take on it as to how
So whenever I think about 5G, and especially India, okay, the number of use cases India needs, and we are a very different country, our needs are very different.
Correct.
And our challenges are very different.
Okay.
And we need to work on what all the kind of new use cases our country will require.
Okay.
And many critical use cases, currently I am using 4G, 3G, 2G also,
Right.
and my system is working. But how can I improve my customer satisfaction? How can I improve the margins? Because ARPU levels are very low. Okay. So the margins gets very much hit. So if a person is required to go after every 2 years to change a battery and a sensor,
Right.
okay, that's an operational cost to me.
Absolutely. Very true.
Okay. So if that after every 2 years will become a 10-year, you can imagine 5 times of per person changing the battery, the cost of battery is a cost that will be reduced from my end-to-end 10-year solution.
Correct.
Okay. It's a very small amount, but it is an amount.
Okay.
Okay. And with the kind of revenues per device which we are getting, these are the smaller costs that will get a lot of benefit on my overall margins.
Okay.
Okay. So while this is there, the connectivity, the customer experience will definitely improve with 5G, there is no doubt.
Okay.
And as I was saying, that there are use cases which are very applicable to health industry sometimes, where you can do a surgery through IoT devices.
Okay.
You can do security surveillance using this 5G network. And if you see somebody who can be defined as a terrorist, and you saw it in a picture, how can an alarm goes to the police station? How fast it can be, how reliable it can be, is something which can happen in much faster speed. So my customer experience, my operation cost efficiencies, my number of use cases which are required in India, will definitely are looking forward to see how 5G will grow.
Okay. Wonderful. So Aeris seems to, you guys are a global company, I believe.
Yeah.
So what's your, how is it like, which is the most promising region currently for your company if we talk about?
Basically, we are an IoT company and we have a technology.
Right.
We came to India because India will force us to innovate on the cost.
Okay.
Okay, because the price points India need to sell will force us to innovate to come to a level where I can sell a service.
Okay.
And then the scale India can offer will allow me to take my margins anywhere else in the world.
I see.
Okay. So at a scale of Indian size, if I can grow a particular solution and a price point at which India will pay me, or Indians will pay me, that will become a case where I will be able to take it to the whole world, and I will do a disruption altogether.
Wonderful.
Okay.
That's a very good.
And that was the thought. So if you ask me, all statistics are showing with the kind of billion plus people we are, IoT is going to explode like crazy in this country for the kind of services India needs and the kind of service we can provide only by technology.
Okay.
So there is no way we can stay without IoT.
I see.
Okay. So as a result, I am very gaga about India.
I see.
And the plan is once you select a region, you do a solution, and then you explode outside.
Okay.
We did a tractor as a service in Nigeria. We are currently working with a partner. And we have captured 75% of the commercial tractor market in India with our technology.
Okay.
Now with Nigeria example, we are now bringing it to India.
Okay.
3 weeks back, we started a discussion and launched a tractor as a service in India. Okay.
Amazing.
And then the agriculture sector will get so much benefited because Indians have only 5 hectares of land, the farmers, and the people with below 75% of the farmers are below 5 hectares of land.
Okay.
Okay. They can't afford a tractor.
Obviously.
Then they can lease a tractor.
Okay.
And so their
As a
productivity
Okay.
will improve. So it's like a Uber. You take a taxi, go and use and pay.
Right.
Okay. Similarly, I'm starting a tractor as a service.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. So we are doing all those kind of things and trying to see how this market can grow. And we are very, very excited about it.
Okay.
You asked me about the IoT Congress. Okay. I am the chairperson for the IoT panel.
Okay.
And we do Congress every year. This is the 3rd edition of the Congress on 9th and 10th of October 2018 in Bangalore.
Okay.
And from ministers to bureaucrats to industry leaders, everybody will be there.
I see.
We are trying to create an ecosystem where it is not only the semiconductor creators,
Okay.
to the device manufacturers, to the connectivity providers and the platform and the solution, but all the users.
Okay.
So we have a healthcare guys, we have the telecom guys, we have the smart city guys, we have everybody in that same room.
I see.
Energy, utility, you name it's there. We have a track on Ganga rejuvenation, how IoT can help Ganga.
Okay. Wonderful.
So, we are having those 2 days Congress.
Okay.
And we have Thought Leader Awards and the Startup Awards, IoT Thought Leaders and IoT Startup Awards.
Okay.
So it's going to be a fun time for everybody.
Wonderful.
And we are creating that ecosystem and I'm sure, people will get benefit.
That's wonderful. So you also spoke about in your session that you guys are also in terms of ecosystem when it comes to you're also working with academia in a big level.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about it?
So, we have a technology and we felt that instead of people trying to reinvent the wheel, how can I provide this technology? And the IIT BHUs and we have already tied up with IIT BHU.
Okay.
We have already tied up with SRM University. We have already tied up with some other universities, private and public, to see how can I give my platform to them for their students to learn. So there are 2 kind of things. One is academic.
Right.
People should know what is connectivity management, how machine-to-machine communication happen, what are the protocols, how a device will communicate, how data can be used, how the pictures can be created. The other part is not academic, but business.
Okay.
So how those small startups, how those young mind in IITs and other universities can start thinking about, instead of thinking about how will they connect a device,
Okay.
how will they do the communication, what kind of protocols needs to be written, use this existing platform and start working on the end solution.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we are trying to do. In that case, we are more than happy to give our technology to the users, get into a revenue sharing kind of model and take it to the business.
Okay.
And that's the kind of model which we have already started with number of universities. BHU,
Okay.
IIT BHU is one of them.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So in terms of collaboration, I believe you guys are also working on that 5G testbed project, which is being set up by the government, DoT.
So Broadband India Forum, I am the chair for the IoT committee for the Broadband India Forum, in addition to a number of other things which I do.
Okay.
As part of that, we have taken a project to see how can we start doing testing of, what is the framework required.
Okay.
First thing is not testing, first thing is the framework.
Right.
What kind of changes will be required on the device to get the 5G?
Okay.
Okay, so you have to put a module on a device.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Then the data that start coming through a 5G network on your platform, will that require any change?
Okay.
And then how to test that end-to-end story.
I see.
And what will the impact?
Okay.
How fast it will be, how much battery consumption will get reduced.
Okay.
Is it really required? Okay. And that's what we are trying to work on. And that's where we are working.
So are you also involved into that 5G, testbed project led by the government, and all the academicians are there?
The IIT Delhi
Network
test
vendors are
bed
there.
and the IIT Madras or Hyderabad where they are doing. We are in touch with them. We are trying to see how can we do our testing there.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank
Wish
you.
all the best.